one thing that I've personally noticed is that people are becoming the things that they hate. They are becoming the same people that they've been bitching about for the last 3 to 6 months with the recent Wuthering Waves. We as a community just need to identify that. We need to realize that at the end of the day, Kuro is also a company, just like Hoyoverse is, right? We need to realize that they're maximizing profits. All they want to do is take every single penny out of you. At the end of the day, that's what companies do. We need to realize that. We need to stop putting Kuro on a pedestal just because they made a good game that we all enjoy. We cannot become the type of people that we hate. Other than that, it's been pretty par for the course.
So I want to know, what was the issue that you think people are overlooking for Kuro games?
So the background, go ahead, Fire.
I think the free 5-star is like, so a lot of people are taking the free 5-star as like, oh my god, the devs listen. But for me personally, I think it's like, if you fuck something up and do something to like try to get back favor, that's not like you're getting back to a net neutral. You're not going up, right? So if they did something even further, then it's like, okay, big dub. But for me, it's just like making up. Right? It's like damage control. I don't consider damage control to be like, wow, good job doing damage control. You know, it's like, okay, that you have to do that, right? Now from here, if they do even more, it's like, hey, let's go, which I think they have, right? They've been constantly doing hot fixes and stuff like that. So like big dub, but like all the people that were like literally just glazing Kuro for like giving it a free 5-star, which is like, I mean, 100%, I agree. A free 5-star is amazing for free to plays, but it's like, I mean, come on, I
don't think you understand how amazing that is, though.
Oh no, I agree. Fucking Genshin literally could never, right?
And like people who are playing the game are getting something they would have never have gotten if they did not apologize that severely. Because I feel like the apology is good. I feel like maybe 500, 1,000 primos could have been given out and it would have been fine. But I think they did intentionally chose to give a 10 or a 10 pull and a 5. So it's fucking insane.
And you have to understand how much money they are losing by giving people what they want. Like, holy.
I feel like at that point, though, if you glaze them too hard for damage control, you're kind of setting a precedent that's like, oh, you can have bad releases and bad patches and big bad bugs, because as long as you apologize really well, it'll be all good. Like,
listen, man, we peasants not spending $1,000 on the game.
No, still, you know,
but it's
you really
also like, it's different. It's like, oh, here's one free pool.
Yeah, like what if they didn't give the 5 stars?
Let's just look at like
they could have like, you know, done a lot less than that.
No, let's look at another
game. Could they have, like, we're in a different time now. Like, they're going up against Genshin. So now, like, the playing field is different when Wu was coming in. When Genshin was the only one that existed, that's why Genshin could kind of not give a fuck about anybody. Because, like, where are you going to go?
What are you going to do? That's a good question, too. Like,
where are you going to go? HonkaiStarrail, that also goes into our pocket, you dumb bitch. Like, please. So now, especially since they're new into this space, like, they had to. Like, with what Fob's saying, like, it is damage control. It's them putting out a fire. And, like, I agree. Hotfixes are what they need to do, and they are doing the thing. But I think there were too many people that basically took that 5-star and were like, all right, guys, no one can say anything wrong. Look, they gave us this.
How could they gave us 2. They gave us 2.
If anything, I'll be real. If anything, I want them to fuck up more.
No, that's what I've been saying.
I was like, post the bugs, chat. Post the bugs.
I want half the player base to continue not being able to play the game so we get more freebies.
Yeah, because I'll be real. Like, in one apology, we got more rewards than Genshin's given us in 3 years. Let's break this down to what a 5-star truly is, guys. A preferred 5-star. That's 180 pulls, worst case scenario, plus 190 pulls. 190 times 160. Let's just keep it a buck here, guys. Let's do the math here. Okay, that is 30,400 primo gems. That is fucking ridiculous.
I mean, it's also 300 pulls in starrail if you compare it to that.
Yeah, I mean, that shit makes me hard, bro. That was awesome. I really feel like a 10 pull was enough for what happened, but I mean,
nah, it's because you're not looking into the Chinese side enough. I think like it was like a burning fire, bro. And if you know just like how the Chinese community and like how developers interact with them, like even me Hoyo bowed down to them. You know, like you don't fuck with that. Like legitimately, like, you know, I don't know how serious it gets.
I remember Zhongli.
Yeah, I don't know how serious it gets, but in China, where like people literally can go to their local offices and just fucking report your company.
Yeah, but recently they haven't been though. Like,
yeah,
like for
the CCP doesn't fuck around, and
yeah,
you know,
for
if
the
you
last
fuck
few
with
years
your
they did
player
bow
base,
down, but not recently. That's the thing. Like they bowed down for many things.
well,
like
I
Honkai
think
and
Hoyo's
but
gotten a little bit more in bed with the CCP. That's probably
they
why.
have, but
yeah,
and they're like
sound
rich.
I want to believe you here. Can you explain kind of what's going on in China? Because I'm trying to get informed, but I don't read that shit. What exactly is going on?
From everything I've seen in Bilibili, it's pretty much like a lot of people were excited to try Wuthering Waves, and then there was just that over 35,000 comment thread, just absolutely everybody just posting videos and pictures of issues nonstop and roasting the fuck out of Kuro. And then that was why that 5-star selector immediately came out, by the way, because that thread was exploding.
Wasn't that happening?
It was ridiculous.
Apologies to Genshin?
The Play Store rating went into the gutter. Like everything was like going real bad.
So how are they feeling now?
I haven't checked up now because I've been too busy grinding.
It's better. They went by almost by 2 points. It's better.
I'll be real. It's like the community was on fucking fire, and the moment that happened, good.
Yeah, that's why I think they went with such an extreme, like a 5-star selector. You had to do something like immediately. That was just gonna be like make everybody happy, you know?
Yeah. So what we're saying is when there's a big issue in a game, then we should talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
So why the fuck does the Genshin community not do that? Because clearly it works.
I mean, I bitch about Genshin all the time, but
and I think people should be more like me and you, man. Because if we were to do the same damn thing, we would have gotten a fucking 5-star. But people fucking bitch about people bitching.
Nah, I disagree.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear it, man.
I disagree because we're in the West. If you and I were Chinese and with Chinese citizenships, maybe, but your name is John. Your name is John, and my name is Jason. They don't give a shit about us, bro.
However, let's just be real. So why did the weapon banner change? There's a certain phrase called Genshin Jesus that gets tossed around every
day. The thing is, listen. The thing is, like when it comes to China, like for a while, especially in the beginning, MiHoYo had big problems with the Chinese community. Anytime they would like rise up, things would change, right? We saw Zhongli, Honkai Impact 3rd with the Bunny Girl incident, just a bunch of things, right? But I feel like recently,
let's call it what it is, the assassination attempt.
Yeah, the assassination attempt. But also, there was a lot of outrage online too, and it resulted in apologies and whatever. Chinese players getting more rewards than the Western players, et cetera, et cetera. But recently, I feel like they've gotten more bold and they don't give a fuck anymore, because we saw what happened with the 3 intertwined fate incident, and they didn't do a single thing, not an apology. They didn't even send 100 primogems. So I feel like the first few years they definitely bowed down. Now they could not care less. That's what I think, at least. But Kuro still has launched, and they do care a lot. And when we talk about longevity and like where we see the game going long term, we just gotta hope that right now they do accept feedback. I just hope that 1 or 2 years down the line, it's still the case.
I think I think the issue there is like you're viewing too much for like you're viewing each game too individually, right? I think Hoyo is looking more big picture, and back then they only had Genshin. If Genshin failed, it was fucked. Now they have HSR, and HSR, like community-wise, is like doing pretty well, right? Amazing. So like they're balancing Genshin community reception and HSR community reception. It's like they're like, Genshin's getting a little, people are getting a little rowdy there, but hey, they're sucking us off on HSR, so who really fucking cares? It doesn't matter. And then they're gonna have ZZZ come out. Like, so this is the issue. When you hate on the company's one product, but then suck off the other product, not realizing it is just one whole company. Like at the end of the day, they don't fucking care if you're sucking off Hoyo or HSR or Genshin. You're still sucking them off, right? This is the issue. Why, like,
I think I do agree, but I also think like the commonality between all these issues wasn't so much tied to just the game and their reputation. It was also tied to disturbing the peace on the Chinese internet, which also kind of like made them or encouraged them more to want to quell down the people protesting, right? Like the thing with Honkai Impact 3rd, it ended with the assassination attempt, but throughout the whole thing, the entire internet was up in flames, and this makes the government want to look into like what's going on, especially when there's like a matter of Chinese pride, because that's what they made it. That's what they made the whole Bunny Girl incident about. So I think there's that aspect too. It's not just about like we don't care. I mean, yeah, of course they're at a very powerful position now, but if there's an issue with even Honkai Impact 3rd, which like in terms of revenue compared to starrail is nothing, if it has something to do with national pride, or at least if the community makes it to be that way, they still have to bow down. unlike the West, where they
I
couldn't
suppose, but I also think now, like I said earlier, they're just much more in bed with the CCP, right? If you saw
after the
anything
assassination
about,
attempt, they did. Yeah, after that,
even
they
that,
did.
beyond that, right? I don't know if a lot of people here know, but pretty much every major Chinese corporation or company has inside their like headquarters, they have a CCP room, right, where they meet up with like the government officials exclusively, right? And like they're much more. If you saw like the news with the Shanghai film like and diversity thing, right? The CCP is working very close to Hoyoverse to like grow these things. So like, I mean, I feel like Hoyoverse has a bit more wiggle room now than having to just immediately bow down anymore.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I think that's part of the reason why they're not.
It is very difficult because I do agree that it is very difficult for Hoyoverse to take any criticism seriously, where people shit on Genshin and they suck up HSR. But the problem is HSR is just so fucking good. Like, I just don't know any way to complain about it at all. It's doing everything correct. And it drives me nuts because obviously I know Hoyo is mistreating Genshin. But, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, I could just lie about HSR, but, like, I try to keep it a buck with how the game state is. Like, I've never intentionally put out that a game is worse than it is intentionally. I just say how it is and people get upset for it. But, I mean, what could I even possibly complain about for HSR? Like, I don't know if you guys think that people for HSR are a little bit too positive, but is there anything that you think honkaistarrail does that it shouldn't do, Fob?
It should let us fucking use the jump button.
Yeah, that's
true.
Wait, Ted, I have a legit question for you.
So annoying.
Yeah.
Do you genuinely hate Genshin?
Yes.
Okay, because my thought is, if you really hate the game, why do we bring up so much discussion if you can just not play the game? Because I'm thinking, if I hate the game, I'll just not play it and just not talk about it ever again. So
you know how, like, when you hate people, you like don't talk to them?
Right?
When I hate people, I talk about them forever.
Because I was under the impression that
it drives them nuts.
I was under the impression that you hate Genshin, but also because you wanna hope that Genshin improves, so that you bring all this up and then Genshin improves and then you'll love Genshin again. So I was just thinking, like, what exactly? Yeah.
No, I want it to die, and I'm gonna keep his name in my mouth forever.
Okay.
Wait, so if it does improve magically one day, like you wouldn't be like, oh yeah, Genshin.
Oh no, I'm excited for Natlin. But I'm stoked for Natlin. I want to play.
I'm not.
With him. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, no,
because
awesome.
The teaser, like, it just looks like. I mean, I was expecting something dark and fucking apocalyptic and crazy, and I see a bunch of Pokemons and Donkey Kong music. I'm like, okay, well,
Why would Natlin why would have Natlin been apocalyptic?
That's what the story referenced the entire game. That's what all the lore reference. Like from the moment Paimon fucking started screaming in your ear, it's always been like, yo, Natlin. Like even Dane's the fucking real trader was like, yo, this is like a land. You either fight and you win, or you turn into ash or some shit, right?
It's called the Nation of War. Now it's
to be fair, there's not a ton. There's not a ton of Natlin lore like in the game. Like it's actually one of the
Pokemon Nintendo.
That's why I'm excited about
lore related ones.
I'm like more like what Poke said, where I still love Genshin, I still play it, but I
love it too. It's my roots.
I
man.
bitch like crazy about the game.
I hate the fucking game. I hate it with a passion.
I'm the one where like
just not talk about it ever.
Yeah, I'm the one that's like I play the game and I bitch about it because I want it to get better, and then
exactly. That's what I thought. Tectone was
still. For me, I wouldn't bitch about something if I don't give a shit about it.
Yep,
right?
exactly.
No, so here's the thing.
It's a difference in personality.
What you guys, and this is genuine, and you guys, anybody who lives with me, I love hating things. Like I am a fucking hater to my core.
Thank you.
Like I hate watch streams. I will watch people that I hate more than people who I like. I like watching them and thinking, man, I fucking hate this fucking dude. It fuels me. I'm like, I am Kendrick Lamar, man. I hate the way that it fucking plays. I hate the way that it updates. I hate all that fucking shit, man.
He's the Kendrick Lamar of Genshin, bro.
Yeah, the Kendrick Lamar of Genshin. It's like,
okay, how do you feel? Okay, let me tell you this. What if I said I don't hate the game?
That's fine.
Okay, because like, it's not that I hate it. I just hate how some of the people are, that play the game.
Oh, the community.
Did I argue with them on Twitter? I can't. They're so dumb. They're actually so dumb and they're so annoying. And then because I'm friends with Techie, oh man, they fucking hate my guts. I still think it's the minority on Twitter
though. Yeah, kind of on that topic. I feel like every game community has the same amount. I wouldn't say the same amount because Genshin is so fucking big, but has the most deranged. Like, I'm fucking bro. Like fucking any community. I mean, I don't want to shit on furries too much, but sometimes it's just like a little too crazy there.
You're shitting on Tectone, bro. That's crazy.
Oh, true. I forgot
chill,
he
man,
came
chill.
out. Yeah, my bad.
It just sucks because the characters.
So I'm not a furry anymore.
I love the character design. The world is really gorgeous, but the people make me want to hate it. The people make me want to hate it.
I think that's part of the reason why Tectone hates it too, dude. I think the community got because I love Genshin. It's the game that got me into gachas. I mean, it's the roots of my channel too. But I do think that at a certain point, it did kind of start veering off what I was looking for in a game. Like it had different priorities, and that's fine, right? I still can appreciate the game, and I still will be interested to see how the story unfolds and things. But if Natlan actually does turn out to be a Nintendo game, like obviously you lost me as a player. Like when I saw that teaser, but I think with Tectone, it wasn't just them veering off from what he's looking for in a game, like Endgame. It was also the community making it like 10 times worse, to the point where both these things merged, and now he just sees it as like this very weird like blob of a monster. Like
it is.
With it, and so he just hates it as a whole.
It truly is the biggest piece of dog shit game with the biggest piece of dog shit community. I fucking hate everybody who likes this shit too much. And these people need to be fucking bullied. They need to be made fun of. And I'm going to do that forever. And
so casual enjoyers are fine. Casual enjoyers are fine.
Casual enjoyers are fine. But Genshin stands, I fucking hate them.
Nah.
Bring back bullying.
Casual enjoyers are what caused the community to be the way it is.
I disagree. Casual enjoyers won't go.
Nah, if Genshin didn't break the normie barrier, it would actually be like any other gacha game.
But I think the major problem, and that almost everyone, and probably even Tectone, is like the root, is everyone here can see Genshin's potential of how easy it could be to be a really good game, but Hoyoverse never reaches for it. And I think that's what drives everyone's like true like feeling of disdain, because to all of us, it's like it's so simple. They could literally do like you would have like a million ways to improve the game, but it never does that. And I feel like that's where it comes into play of why some people get really
it's
so
like your alcoholic aunt. Like she could get a husband, she just won't stop her alcoholism. You know,
you just have to be like me. Once you finally come into the realization that they have no desire to improve it, because whatever they could improve, they'll just make it into another game. And you'll be right there playing HSR. You'll be right there playing Zenless Zone Zero. You'll be right there playing their Animal Crossing game. You'll be right there playing their FPS.
We just got 200 resin. Like, we're making moves, guys.
That is
progress. And the day before WoWa released, like, I was like, damn, I'm gagged.
It's called a Hoyoverse because they want to create a verse. They don't want to create one title. They want to create a fucking verse.
The launcher. That's why they're coming out with the launcher.
Yeah.
You're gonna play them all. They're going every week.
They need a skip Paimon button for not like for those people that really can't stand her. Like just like be like skip.
Please.
What if Genshin's just been cooking the ultimate like plot where it's just like they get everybody to hate Paimon so much, and then it turns out she's a double agent. You fucking have to kill her, and then it's the most satisfying ending ever.
That'd be awesome.
I hope. I really hope.
Take her both by both her legs, rip her in half.
Oh,
okay, wait.
Pray every day.
I've been fantasizing about that, man. Got that little fucking space monkey. Oh man, then you eat her. Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, but I really love hating Genshin because it makes me very happy when I see people saying like, "Oh well, guys, the end game's coming in 4.7. It's gonna be so good." And then they release that pile of dog shit. Oh, it's Spiral Abyss, but now you can't use all the characters you want. Was this
what I don't realize?
Okay, wait. Look at the mirror, bro. That's like fucking. That's like HSR with its different fucking specialized game modes. For
absolutely. But here's the difference. Here's the difference. In HSR, you could use anybody you want in any of the game modes. But for the new game over Genshin, you cannot use every character you want, which is the big difference.
Yeah, wait, you can't? I didn't pay attention to it entirely.
I thought you could. If they're not this element, you cannot use it.
Oh, yeah. It's okay. It's more typing specific.
Yes, I don't like that shit. I want to use whoever the fuck I want, especially as a free-to-play player for honkaistarrail. Like, if I want to use Topaz and Pure Fiction, I'm going to fucking do that. I don't like the whole you have to use this element. I think it's so fucking bullshit.
Well, so the big thing with Genshin Impact is what I don't realize is that I feel a lot of people have rose-tinted glasses when it comes to the first few hours of Genshin Impact. And they're going to dunk on Kuro for a very weak Wuthering Waves first 1 to 3 hours. I don't know if you guys have played the Genshin Impact story in the first 1 to 3 hours. I only just started Genshin. I've got 3 hours into the game. I only just started Genshin a few weeks ago. it is just as bad as the first 3 hours of Wuthering Waves. 1,000,000%. I don't know if you guys have. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Gacha game stories are just bad most of the time.
Yeah, I just think all gacha game stories are
yeah,
made as fuck,
exactly.
so it doesn't really, it's not really a comparison.
So I want you to explain, Steven, because you're Stefan.
20, hey, 20 subs.
20.
Yeah, so why do you really like 1.0? Because let's just recap. You start off, you're in a mysterious zone, you walk up a mountain, you meet a space monkey in a lake. She says, "Oh my god, you saved my life, you fished me up." And then you go find a little twink boy petting a dragon. Then they run away. You meet Amber. She teaches you how to glide. You do a little quest for Kaya where it says, "Oh, dude, I got this crazy treasure." No, I don't.
I can't stand Kaya. I hate that character. Sorry. Yep. I hated him when I played it.
Why you hate the only dark character in Genshin? It's because you're racist. And what? So then
that's what Twitter's gonna say. That's what Twitter's gonna say right now. Yeah, I was gonna warn you. I was gonna warn you now, but
you go to Dvalin, and then it's like, oh, dude, a Hydro Abyss mage took over his mind, and then Diluc fucking bodies him. What did you like about that story quest? Like for 1.0, because let's be real. We did not see anything on the scale that we saw for the finale of Act 6 for Wuthering Waves that we saw in 1.0 Genshin Impact. So what did you enjoy about 1.0 Genshin Impact so much?
I think Genshin's 1.0 is a different perspective in the sense of you're already learning the mechanics of the game in the sense of exploration, moving, teleporting, whatever it is. Even though it's like rather simplistic, still a new game. And Genshin puts the game in the front seat at first, while the story kind of theoretically cooks. And they're not overloading you with information because it's like, you don't need to know this right now. And they're like, let's just put in small droplets of info as you're getting used to it. I also feel like the characters in Genshin are more likable and in the start. And I think Kuro Games' characters struggle with likability until the point where you get to the plant girly who looks like she's gonna fuck you. Fuck around her name.
Camellia.
Wait,
Camellia.
No. Camellia.
I was like, what are you talking about?
No, Camellia, the plant girly.
That's great.
The Havoc plant. Okay. Jesus Christ.
My breath is lighter.
That's actually crazy.
Like until you get to like that section with like Alto, Encore, like those people, I feel like those are a little bit more likable characters or a little bit stronger. Where like Yang Yang and Chisa as like leads, they're just too dry and like too nothing. Like there's like it feels like there's not a lot to them. And I feel like the 1.0 experience doesn't overwhelm you and you get to kind of slowly get invested in the story. Where with Kuro, they're like throwing the story at you, but it's like I'm not invested yet. Like I haven't even like decided if I like the game, if I like the characters, but yet you're expecting me to sit here for an hour and a half and talk about 4 fucking items. Like the expectation isn't there. Like Genshin feels more like a build, and I feel like that's the right way. Is it like kind of weak and like of course like Mondstadt is definitely not the strongest part of the story, but I think it's for a reason.
What do you think the strongest part is? I would agree with you. I do think the characters are more likable at the start.
Yeah.
The men.
Like which part of the story do I think is the best part? I think Fontaine, other than the middle, is the best version so far. I think Sumeru, although some people don't like it, I actually think it's like the most like complex. Like it's easy to dive into and it's interesting.
I think with Sumeru, like the Archon quest, everyone likes
on Inazuma, and it drives me fucking nuts. The beginning of Inazuma, really boring, in Rito Village, awful.
Yes.
But Inazuma is the only time, in my opinion, where the player genuinely feels like you're like, oh, this shit's serious. Like the Raiden actually feels like overpowering, like she's gonna fuck shit up. Obviously ends in friendship. But that's the only time I feel like in Genshin where you're like, I don't know if we're gonna do this. Like when, obviously at that point.
The Raiden
and that's the only time it feels this.
Maybe so angry.
Oh, not the story quest. I'm talking about the
first act.
No, I am. Yeah, I loved Inazuma's 2.0 when Kazuha brings the fucking vision from his dead friend. And goes double vision. That was awesome. Didn't go anywhere.
I think that Archon quest sucks dick, bro. Kokomi's whole fucking her whole fucking
Kokomi. She's
Kokomi's this great general, and fucking if Traveler didn't come help Goro and his gang, they would have gotten fucking absolutely cleared by fucking Kujo.
Well, you know, she's just such a good general that she knew the Traveler would do it.
Yeah,
I don't like her either. They built her up in that 2.0 preview with the bubbles and showing up like she was gonna fuck shit up, and they didn't even give her crit. Like what?
Yeah, Kokomi made me hate part of that Inazuma quest so much.
Yeah, they kind of flopped on her, but I will say that like the intensity that Inazuma feels like, especially when Signora dies and you walk out and you kind of have that slow moment where everything's kind of like fucked. It's kind of the only part of Genshin where you're like, oh shit, because everything else doesn't really reach that peak of oh shit. Even in Fontaine, it doesn't feel that serious all the time.
Yes.
I feel like Fontaine's more well crafted. I feel like it has the best opening. Like it feels right from the get go. Like you're kind of hooked in. It just flops in 4.1 with the prison. Like I was like, get me the hell out of here.
Which is a shame because I feel like what the fuck's his name? Joe Taro's what the fuck his name is? The fucking Catboy. What's his name?
Risley.
Yeah, yeah, well that's what he is. You know what I mean? It's JP.
That's his JPVA.
Yeah. My problem is that took them 3 years to get to, right? I really feel with the way that Wuthering Waves Act 5 and Act 6 are, I really feel like they can get something out a lot quicker, a lot more consistent, because I feel like the world of Mondstadt and the world of Leeway is over fucking hyped, and I think Wuthering Waves is already base station of what they've released for the zones in 1.0, knocks it out of the fucking park. I think it's beautiful, I think it's different, and I think there's fucking layers, and I actually think it's not one note. Mondstadt is the green land, Leeway is the yellow land. Okay, I already feel like Wuthering Waves is a better overworld. I'm actually curious, what are people's feelings about the overworld of Wuthering Waves compared to Mondstadt and Leeway? Anybody can talk if anybody has any striking feelings on what they want to say is better or worse.
I like Mondstadt.
I actually do like Mondstadt a little bit more.
more.
I think because it's more colorful, but I also think that's what Wuthering Waves is going for, that more monotone look.
It's a post-apocalyptic world,
but it's more fun. I mean, the more colors, I wish they had like more crazy buildings with bright lights, you know, more futuristic, but...
You know, it used to be darker in beta. It used to be darker, but...
Have you been to the Violet Banyan?
Yeah, go to the Sea of Flames. Go to the Violet Banyan. Like, there is stuff like that in the world.
Banyan.
Yeah, but yeah, Pink, after this, I'm going to take you out on a little tour on all of my favorite places in Wuthering Waves. Okay, we'll play co-op. It'll be great.
Like, I don't know. I completely, I don't like the art style or like the art direction, at least of the first zone. I can't speak of anything else in Genshin Impact, but everything just feels too upbeat and grassy fields and, oh, it's all cute and adorable. I love, and maybe I'm a simp because I love, like, Fallout's like my favorite series. Maybe I'm a simp for the post-apocalyptic aesthetic, but
good. We're only asking opinions.
I absolutely love the world of Soul 3. It's fucking insane.
All I'll say is like the art direction in Genshin. Like, look, when it comes to art for me, when it comes to Genshin, art, music, everything that doesn't have to do with gameplay or story. I mean, even the story is really good in my opinion. You know, it does get kind of slow and Sumerian and stuff, but I think when it comes to that, their art direction is peak. Like the characters, their designs, everything. When it comes to that, like you don't find inconsistency. I think like. With other gachas, you might find this kind of inconsistency with certain ones. You might think, okay, like from this region to this region, what the fuck did they do? This design, what the hell did they do? But in Genshin, it's always like, no, this is professional. Like they know what they're doing on the art side. They know exactly why they did this, how they did this. They know their intentions, and they also know their limits with the government. I mean, they learned the lesson the hard way when they had to censor the first time.
Yeah,
but it's solid in my opinion. It's definitely solid.
I am curious. My opinion for Genshin Impact's peak design is Ankonomiya. I think that's the best zone they made. That is my favorite.
I love that zone. The music is insane in Ankonomiya,
the battle
bro.
music, the OST for the overworld is beautiful. Because one of my favorite places in all of video games is on Orlando. I think it's fucking gorgeous. But I just feel like for what we've gotten in 3 years of Genshin versus what we got in one release of Wuthering Waves, I feel like it's like a completely different world in one continent. But I'm curious, like you were talking about how everything feels professional, but don't you feel like the zones are just very straightforward? Like Mondstadt is green world, Leeway is yellow world, Sumeru is desert world.
But I think this differentiation is what makes it really good. Like you know where you're at based on the architecture and the colors.
Well, isn't that like have to do more with like it being a bit more childish? Like the game itself is just
I think Wuthering's going to be the same way. We're going to get different regions. They're going to be very clearly
we'll have to see, But usually, like you have to make that differentiation.
But I feel like in the first zone that's released, it's already so different than anything that gets released.
There's like 10 different areas, like regions.
I already feel like I'm in like a different country every time I go across.
Like you're saying, Leo is just yellow, but I mean, there's half of Leo is just grasslands and like green, and like there's literally Chinsei Village, and then fucking the new place that came out with the most recent patch. They're fucking green with little fucking rivers, bro. So and Inazuma, I'd say has pretty wide variety between the islands. If you go from Inazuma is like crazy variety.
Yeah, I'm just saying off of I'm just talking
release Mondstadt.
Yeah, just Mondstadt, just Leeway.
I mean, Storm Terror, that whole area is complete. Not even that's a fucking. That
it's kind of just like it's just kind of just like a green field with a big old bubble in the middle.
Oh, bro, what the fuck? It's stormy as fuck over there. It barely looks
in general,
green.
Like, from an art direction point of view, you do want to make a differentiation, right? Like leeway, it's not just the fact that it's yellow; it's the trees, it's the architecture, it's like
the rock,
the music,
the
the hills, the mountains. Like there is this differentiation, so as to where if you don't have a map, the first time, like I'll never forget the first time I walked into Leeway from Mondstadt, like I knew, okay, we're in a new region now. You know, like I made this differentiation. And it's cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think all games do it to a certain degree, sometimes different, sometimes not. In Wuthering Waves, like you will kind of know in your new area. Like, for example, when you go into the new area with the Inferno Rider, like you'll know, okay, shit, everything's charred here. I'm in the area of the Inferno Rider, right? Like there's this differentiation, not from major regions, but like the sub-regions. I guess they took it a step further. There is a differentiation between the sub-regions, and I think that's normal.
Also, real quick, I don't want to say we've gone way overtime. If you need to leave, you're more than welcome to. You can leave at any time. Don't worry about it. Pokke, I know it's mad late for you. You look like you're about to fucking die.
No, I'm good.
Okay, just want to make sure.
I will say,
yeah.
As we're talking about art direction, for those who haven't done so yet, if you're playing Wuthering Waves and you haven't turned down your brightness to 0 or 1 or 2, turn it down now.
Yep.
Wuthering Waves at low brightness looks infinitely better if you haven't done it yet. Just want to throw that out there. I know a lot of people have not done that yet.
100%. I just really can't describe how much I fucking love Wuthering Waves world. Because I've explored every aspect of it immediately. And like when you go into chapter 6 and you see the red grass and like the Unity engine makes the grass flow feel so beautiful. And then you see the purple sky with the giant planet right in front of you. And then you see the impending doom of the fucking purple rock golem leaning over you. And then like there's fucking breaking buildings. You grab the grapple hook, you fucking pull it down. That shit fucking blew my mind. That shit was beautiful. I don't know any experience I've had like that.
Did you go? Did you guys see in the Inferno Rider place? You know how there's like the trains that are like suspended in the air. Have you guys seen that yet?
Astral Express.
But there's people. You can see people in the windows. You can see people in the windows. I don't know if people saw that. It looks like the Astral Express.
True. So somebody in my chat is saying you're biased. Yes, I do like Wuthering Waves more than Genshin Impact, but I've played them fucking both. It's called preference. There's a difference between having preference and being fucking biased.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, no shit, bro. It's a good fucking game.
I might low-key try Genshin again, because I have not played since it came out.
Dude, good luck going up to a mountain and climbing like a dumbass to the top and go,
that's true. You can't even run up the mountain.
Yeah, it's like I'm getting used to.
Okay, but to be fair, Smiro has that new jump thing, and we're getting Yoshi.
Which I think is fucking lazy. I hate that. But yeah, I mean, some people like
That's true. That's very true. I am excited for Yoshi. That's going to be fucking hype. I can't tell you how optimistic I am for Natlan. I know other people didn't give a fuck about the trailer, but like that for me, that got me excited. I think that is what, because I want Genshin to lean in to go full baby mode. And I feel like Natlan is going to be like full Pokemon, full casual, and just like, fucking collection.
Yeah, dude, why not? Why don't they just, like, it doesn't need Endgame. People are freaking out. Like, oh gosh, I really want this to be hard. It's like, just make it a fun, cute game. I mean, there's so many games that are just like fun to play just casually.
Absolutely.
It's so interesting because I feel like I have such a different perspective. And like, maybe it's because like I'm more like lore oriented. But for me, Genshin feels like it's more taking the route of Harry Potter, where it started as like kind of young, but it's been darkening because like even the Arlecchino short is very different in vibe compared to anything that they've had. Like you see Arlecchino's like sibling get fully stabbed. There is, I think, blood to some degree and all that.
Well, the story is growing up with your audience. Like what?
But that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, it could be a situation where like the ending of Harry Potter is genuinely like very dark themed. Like the setting is dark. It's way more serious. And like, I do think that Genshin most likely might be doing the same thing where it's growing with its audience. Because I don't think personally Genshin is grabbing that much of a new audience at this point. Like anyone that's played Genshin most likely has played it. And these Gen Alpha motherfuckers, they're on some neck shit. They're like onto like Roblox Russian roulette crap. So they don't care about Genshin. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. So I think that seems to be the route. We won't really know. But like Natlan, although it looks cutesy and bright, sure, on its surface, it might pan out to not be that way. Like it kind of could be also just a red herring.
I hope it is just Mickey Mouse happy times.
But you actually wanted to go that direction. You don't want it to be dark.
It should just
if they do that for the Nation of War, that would be so crazy.
That would be insane.
We already have Pokemon, man. Like, I'll be real. What they need to do is they need to take Dainsleif and they need to make him Welt. They just have Dainsleif in every fucking Archon quest, have him there holding the Traveler's hand, tell Paimon to shut the fuck up, and make it Dainsleif and the Traveler, just like it's Welt and fucking Stella. It would be so much fucking better, because I love Dainsleif. He's so fucking cool. He looks just like Dimitri from Final Fantasy 3 Houses.
He's the coolest character easily.
But you never see him. And it's like, why do you have this amazing
Once a year. Once a year, dude. Once a year. That's a quest for like 15 minutes.
I
mean, it's an amazing quest.
Though, a little bit. Yeah.
What was that?
So I think it does help him a little bit, though, that he's like a bit of a rare character. Because once you show up, you're like, okay, this is a big deal.
Yeah. But I mean, they could do it 2 or 3 times a year instead of once.
A year and a half of Honkai Starrail, and every single time Welt's on my screen, I'm paying attention. I've never once not paid attention to him. So I don't think they need to do the once every year thing, because I'll be real, it's still once every 6 weeks, right? You still have that whole breath of this is the big guy. It's like Gojo from JJK. You know, like he's on the screen, I'm paying attention because you have that.
Oh yeah, this most recent chapter, yeah.
I know. I'm glad you're reading. It's dope.
Oh yeah, I'm way caught up on it.
Oh man, I by the way, thank you.
But I
can't tell you how much fun I'm having, guys, and I do want to say thank you for being here. Just real quick, just want to say that real quick. Go ahead, Pete.
Man.
I could agree definitely doing like 2 to 3 times a year with Dainsleif, but I do worry about him getting potentially overexposed.
Wait till we can pull for him in 2038.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, when the anime comes out.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking overexpose him in 2038.
Hot take. I know when Dainsleif is being released.
Oh yeah?
Yep. Genshin Impact Part 2, first banner. Absolutely, because that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna leave.
I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Do you know? Why do you say that?
I don't.
Terrible decision.
I don't think they would do a part 2 because I think low key like Honkai Impact Third's part 2 is kind of flop right now. Like I don't think it's doing as well. But I also think they had a more long-term plan going into Genshin than they did with like Honkai Impact Third. And I don't think they're going to do like a full like part 2 revamp because Genshin's art style and gameplay, I don't feel like has aged badly. They purposely picked the art style because it still looks good. Like it's kind of like Breath of the Wild. Like even when you play it now, it still looks fine.
Unless you played on dude, oh my god, I don't know, man. When I played what's it called? The new one, the new Breath of the Wild.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. It did not hit the same as the first one for me. Like
it didn't hit the same for me either, but I feel like maybe that's just because it's too similar to its original that it's like not different enough.
They should have waited for the Switch too.
I don't know. I think the Hoyoverse theory is very real. I think eventually they're going to converge more directly with actual like full referencing, and like you need to play the other games in order to really get it. Because now with the Acheron stuff, where it's so apparent, like it kind of goes in that direction. And plus all the Skirk stuff just feels like setting up for that post Honkai story. Genshin story arc. Like what's beyond like Genshin or Teyvat.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that would necessarily need a part 2 in that, if that makes sense.
I am hoping, because there's hope for me deep down for Genshin, where once we get to the final stage, and then every state, every Mondstadt, Liyue, Inazuma, Fontaine, Sumeru, we all have to regroup with the main characters of the cast. We have a whole-on fucking war versus God itself. That would be amazing. Do I think they're going to do that? I have no fucking idea. But that does get me excited.
They will. We will Pokemon battle against the unknown god.
That would be insane. That would be insane. But yeah.
They just add turn-based because they know that Starrail's doing it right. So they're like, we're just going to throw it out and steal that too.
Yeah.
Let us jump. I just want to jump.
So for
I want a room in that damn train.
I do want to talk for Wuthering Waves 1.1. With whatever want to go back to Genshin, more welcome to. What are we all expecting from 1.1 when Wuthering Waves 1.1 comes out, which I'm assuming will be in now 5 weeks? And I'd love to start with you, Fob.
I mean,
have you thought about it at all?
I mean, obviously, I'm expecting, or I'm excited for Jinchi and Cheng-Li, but I don't know. I don't think they're gonna give us any more content. I hope they give us better events, because this, I think 1.0's event, one of them is just like a platforming event, just like one of those
parkour.
The parkour event, and I did it in the beta. It's basically the same thing Genshin has, where you just run up stuff and like glide and stuff like that, which is Omega snooze, but it is what it is. They did mention a combat event, but I don't know how extensive it is. I also don't know what the rewards are. I definitely think 1.1 should just have like, the events need to have like really good rewards.
You know what I just realized? Oh my god. Holy fuck. 1.0's Genshin Impact event where you have to collect the color cubes where it was forced co-op. That was the biggest joke of an event in gaming history. And that shit was a travesty.
Yeah, MiHoYo got roasted, and they had to hotfix it because it cost resin.
The resin event.
That
was crazy.
Yeah, they got absolutely roasted, and then they had to like apologize and fix it, and then remove the resin requirement and stuff like that.
I remember
what was this?
What was it? 1.0? Oh yeah, 1.0. There was a little event where you and like you had to play with 3 other people. It cost resin to do, and you had to like go collect color cubes and bring them to a tower while fighting a bunch of bullet sponge mobs that had no mechanics, but they had like 1 million fucking HP.
But Tectone, correct me if I'm wrong. Like the netcode was also really bad, right?
It was terrible. It was unplayable. It was fucking terrible.
I mean, I was surprised by how smooth Wuthering Waves is.
Oh, absolutely. The co-op is phenomenal in Wuthering Waves. I've experienced.
Yeah, I was actually surprised, man. I was expecting to see a couple issues, but no, they actually did a great job.
But I just realized that nobody is bringing that shit up at all. But why would they? It's going to back.
I wanted to make a video about it, but there's not enough footage.
I'm not gonna lie, most people. I think most people don't even remember it existed.
Yeah,
it's not that Tectone loves Genshin. You actually love Genshin deep down because you know so much. I didn't know more about Genshin from you than any other creator coming from someone that hates Genshin so much. I'm just saying, man, you're like a
this guy actually has a panic room in his house, and it's just the walls are just covered with Paimon's faces.
Yep.
Just goes in
crazy,
there.
Right? It's you gotta understand, buddy.
I
want
Where's
the
your
game to
Paimon
be
plushie?
better so bad, but it's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna fucking happen, and it makes me so fucking mad, bro.
It's okay, you're
only
playing
mad
HSR,
because you love the game.
It's okay, you're playing HSR. That's their strat. You don't like Genshin, you play their other thing.
Don't like Genshin? Play Wuthering Waves, baby. Let's go. Wuthering Waves. Hey, Genshin for adults, boys. Rise the fuck up. It is amazing.
Or just play both.
I need Stefan or Minsleaf to deep dive on the lore of Wuthering Waves and get me fucking.
I am doing a wall at I had a subathon, so I'm doing a lore wall. They forced me to, so
that is fucking insane.
I'll have to sit through it again.
Fuck. That's so fucking brutal. We're currently 2.5 hours in. I just want to say, is there anything that you guys have wanted to talk about that we have not touched on yet? We can talk about anything you like. If there is any topic you were like, oh man, I wish we talked about this yet. What are we talking about this? Okay. Zenless Zone Zero. We'll move on to Zenless Zone Zero.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. What? Who?
Are we? Okay, dude. MrPokke, what are our thoughts on Zenless Zone Zero coming out? Are we gonna play that shit or not?
Yeah, we're gonna play that shit, but it's like I don't really have a lot of expectations at this point. So yeah.
I am very curious because I think I'm gonna give another take. I think Zenless Zone Zero is gonna be fucking awesome.
Insane.
I think it's gonna be great. I think
I'm
it's
actually hyped
gonna
for it.
I agree.
I am fucking hyped as fuck for it. I'm gonna play the fuck out of it. I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be very different. I think it's gonna be very casual. But the way that I'm really excited about it is kind of another topic of where Wuthering Waves is underrated, is the way they do their cutscenes is very dynamic and very fluid, and it goes around from angle to angle, and they see different expressions,
so
they do shit in the
fucking
cutscenes, and it's not, oh my god, Paimon, can you believe this? And it's like, okay, but
as long
you want to know what game does that really well?
Nikkei.
No.
Arc
Arknights Enfield.
Shut
they
the
actually,
fuck
I knew he was gonna get mad.
Is there a way to make the talking less awkward? Because every time these characters talk, they're just like, "Oh yeah, I know that."
No, that's why I'm. That's why I'm saying Enfield does it really well. Enfield has like flawless. Like they basically use their in-game models to fully act out the cutscenes, and it's like actually seamless.
Yeah, but here's the problem, right? The game is dog shit.
Yeah, the combat is fucking snooze, but I mean, it's better than base Arknights.
Yeah, but pretty much anything is, man. I mean, Bloons Tower Defense 6 is better than fucking Arknights. You know, that's the goddamn truth. I can't wait for that game to flop. You know, they still make hate posts about me weekly on the Arknights subreddit. I haven't played their game in 3 years.
Surprised.
I went in there the other day and I posted a screenshot of my analytics and I said, hey, thanks for kicking me out of the community, guys. And they lost their mind. It was awesome. No. I love poking the bear. It's the best. Yeah, I think Zenless Zone Zero is going to be great. Is anybody worried about the success or lack thereof for Zenless Zone Zero? Any thoughts they have on Zenless Zone Zero? Yes, Stefan?
I don't know why I'm like always opposite opinion of you.
It's okay.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's gonna suck because Zenless Zone Zero is the gameplay game. Like it's like the reason you're gonna play it is for gameplay, and like love Hoyo, don't come for me. But like I feel like gameplay is Hoyo's weakest point usually.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, if you're making a whole game around gameplay, and like story is there, but it's not taking the front seat. Like I feel like starrail and Genshin, at least that's how they're kind of marketing it, and like it's colorful, but I think out of all of the games, it's the least colorful game. Like ZZZ is more in that like gray tone with some color. Like I'm kind of like, what is this going to be? Like, what is the point kind of thing? And I almost feel like it lacks direction of like narrowing down like exactly what it's trying to do and where it's trying to be. Like starrail felt very much like, turn-based. And like story, Genshin felt very like open world, and then I'm like ZZZ is kind of like Honkai Impact Third, but a little bit different. And like, is it a part of the Hoyoverse or is it not? Like, I'm just kind of like,
I think it is. They have a town called Bellabog.
I know, but I'm like, is that just a mistake?
It's an industry. It's a construction company. It's a construction company.
If it was a mistake, oh fuck, we forgot. Yeah, we used Bellabog. That would be insane. Because I mean, I was fucking go full feral for hearing that. Maybe we see Zila, we see Bronya.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. Just that'd be wild. I feel like everyone on Twitter's been doom posting about it. Like I feel like I rarely hear like anything good from people.
That's because that's what Twitter does. They doom post and then it comes out, and those fucking they're gonna slop that shit up. Oh, honkaistarrail is gonna suck balls. Nobody's gonna play because it's turn-based. Shut the fuck up.
The furries alone will carry Zenless Zone Zero's revenue by like a fucking long shot, bro. The amount of Von Lichon, however the fuck you spell his name, constellations you're gonna see from these furries, bro. Thousands of dollars, tens of millions. But I'm hyped for the game. Regardless.
I guess that's the direction. Then the furry, like it's their furry game.
They are catering for the furries with a few characters, yes, and God knows how many more they're gonna add later.
Yeah, I think as long as ZZZ doesn't take itself too seriously, I think they're going to have a really good...
And that's what I love about it.
Yeah, like exactly.
The intro cutscene, there's a guy who's like literally swearing, who's like, get the fucking microphone, but of course it's bleeped. But like, it is hilarious. Like, I honestly love the cutscenes, the characters. The English voice acting is fucking mega top tier. I think they actually, for the first time, prioritized English over other dubs in this game, and it fucking shows, man. Like,
yeah, I think the female main character is also the best in Hoyo.
Yes, that's why I chose in the beta as well.
It's not as good as female Rover because that's the most fuckable main character of all time.
She doesn't have thighs, yeah. But
I mean, good God, bro. I mean, I dream about that bitch. She's so goddamn fine. It's ridiculous.
Talk about Nicole though. We need to talk about Nicole.
Yeah, Nicole's titties getting nerfed as fucked up. But she's so beautiful.
I still love her, man. I still love her.
I'm still cosplaying her. I don't care. I don't care if her titties are gone.
Yeah, I still love her. She's
y'all act like she went from a D cup to a fucking A cup.
Okay, but like Nicole was
they're
not
gone. They're still like fucking D cups. Like, they're not F cups anymore. But like
she has back problems because of those things. Like let her live.
Hey, look, I don't got any back problems. All right, that's just a lie. He's making up lies.
Yeah,
just sit up straight. She gotta just wear a bra.
I couldn't not get a boner looking at Nicole when she was first released. Now
I think she's so vanilla. There's no way. There's so many hotter characters.
Have you seen Grace? Have you seen Grace and Rena? Rena is insane.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? They're covered up, man. Let them puppies fly.
Have you seen Ellen Jo's ass? You can see her panties.
And
stockings.
I'm not a panties guy.
No, see-through panties or see-through stockings with panties underneath are so hot.
It is.
If you're not jacking off at least 3 times every time you play a gacha game, it's just not worth your time.
I agree. I 1,000,000% agree, man. Wuthering Waves fucks my ass up. Genshin even fucked my ass up, bro. When I pulled Eula, good God, bro. That was bad. That was bad.
Guys.
Well, you don't like Eula?
Bro.
I don't know what she looks like off the top of my head.
No, I like Eula, but...
I hate her hair.
I would dance with her any day.
I love Eula's hair.
Mid. Eula's mid.
You're an idiot.
I think Eula's mid, and I fucking like mad. Like she's fucking mad. Like
oh, true. You like men actually? Yeah, that's a good point, dude.
I like men and women, so
okay.
Hey, all the merrier.
That's why I need my tits big.
That's right. That's true. Stefan, who do you think has better male character? Who do you think the most fuckable male is in all of Gacha games between Hoyoverse and Wuthering Waves?
You said all of Gacha games, but
my
then you said
God,
Hoyoverse.
that's so many
sorry,
people.
sorry, the ones that matter out of the Hoyoverse and Wuthering Waves.
Obviously, Von Licon.
Most fuckable man.
I feel like I feel like adventuring, but I think it's because I just like a brat bottom.
Yeah,
That's why. So I feel like adventuring because he's like kind of a whore.
he is definitely very, very slutty. 100%.
Nah, it's Nouvelette.
Yeah. No, see, I'm not into guys with long hair.
Grandpa?
Nah,
Yeah.
bro, he is what? He is hot as fuck.
Okay, but dragons apparently have two. I've heard this.
Well, what?
They have two?
Like dicks. Like,
Oh,
it's, like,
they
a
do have two
thing.
dicks. I've also heard that.
I've heard this.
Where you
People
guys hearing
tell
this
me.
stuff, man?
Do you
You
realize
really-
dragons aren't real, and between different
Dragon, these
fantasies?
nuts are
How
fire.
do you
have
know? They're like dinosaurs. They could like have existed before.
That's true.
Did you know back in early paleontology days, they could not fathom how giant dinosaurs had sex with each other, so they used to theorize sex lakes used to be a thing where dinosaurs would go into lakes to offset the gravity and fuck each other in there. But then they
Bob,
realized
why do you know this?
I watch a lot of I watch a lot of iceberg videos.
A lot of
He,
dragons
he
are
spends
born.
he spends a lot of time with
So
Techie's
you
mom.
watch
That's how he knows.
between
Good one.
MasterChef?
I
Is
watch a
this-
lot of documentary videos. Yeah.
How dragons used to have sex, but they don't exist. Steven, what do you think about Venti?
No, I'm not into it.
Okay,
I hate
so
Venti. Venti's my least favorite Archon character. Like, I
Damn, that's
fucking
crazy, bro. Femboys
So,
are not
fun
eating
fact,
today,
Wait, what
guys.
about
when
Zon
Senora
Louis
kicked
Ugly?
him, I cheered. I was like,
Femboys
"Fuck
are not eating
that little
today, guys.
shit."
That's crazy.
real quick, I'm curious. Does anybody here think that Venti is a child?
Isn't
No.
Venti literally a child?
What?
How
No.
the fuck would he looks like a fucking he looks like an adult. How the fuck is he a child?
That's just how
Venti looks
femboys
like a-
act, bro.
Venti looks like a child when you first meet him.
He literally
I
drinks
mean-
alcohol.
He's an alcoholic, bro.
Yeah.
Sure,
I mean,
Venti looks like a
I have
child
3
next to your
hours.
VTuber Shinya, but like like
Okay,
if you take
okay.
into account Genshin's like artistic direction, then Venti doesn't look like
Short
a
people
child.
matter too, bro.
I think he was a great child. I think when you first I thought he was a little boy when I first met him. I'm just saying.
Okay. All right.
Oh, you didn't think it was a girl? That's better than most people.
So
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think
I thought Venti was.
I
I thought
thought he
Venti
was
was a
like-
girl.
yeah, I thought he was a
when I
boy.
first played.
Not like a little boy, maybe like
If Venti's a little
Teenager.
boy, what the fuck
Like
is
a
Chi-Chi, a
teenager.
fetus?
maybe like 12 or
She's an
13.
embryo.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
She's an
Okay.
embryo.
I completely
Let's-
agree, Pink. Like 12, 13.
Let's do a quick consensus here, real quick, and I would like this for us to consider base release of characters. Okay, who do you think has the most diverse and best roster of characters on release between Honkai starrail, Wuthering Waves, Genshin Impact, for purely aesthetics? We're just gonna do it quickly. Fob, best women. Which game on release?
Including
Just
including
one
Yinlin. Including
Including
Yinlin?
Yinlin, yes.
Then I'll say Wuthering.
Okay, Poke.
I mean, okay, but I'd put Kaching up there because I'm a
That's crazy.
Giga
She's so
Kaching
ugly.
simp.
Poke, get him.
Oh, she's got the nicest ass.
Okay, Poke, get him. Which one? Pick one.
Oh my god, it's
Go.
too. Uh,
Say it. Pick.
Baichi.
What the fuck did you just say?
Baichi. The
Baichi.
healer chick.
IG.
Dude,
Yeah, the one
IG
with the
is so
the-
fucking hot,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
So you're picking Wuthering Waves.
yeah.
Okay.
She's
Yeah.
holy.
Okay.
When I first saw her, I was like,
Muji.
holy moly.
Who'd you
I
get
would
it?
have picked HSR if Kafka was part of 1.0, but I think I'm actually going to go with Wuthering Waves because of Baizi and Yinlin.
Okay.
Oh,
Pick.
y'all
Go.
are sleeping on Kaching stocking.
Taoji and yeah, Wuthering Waves.
Okay. Shinya.
Himiko, I'm sorry, but it's Wuthering Waves every day.
Okay. Stefan.
I'm not saying Genshin, but I'm not saying Withering. So I'm going to say starrail. I liked starrail's opening cast.
For who? What'd you say?
Well, like I liked like Zila, Bronya, and all that. I mean, like, okay, wait, are we
Absolutely.
like, is it just playables?
Yeah, 1.0 playables. 1.0 playables.
Bronya's got nice stockings too.
I liked the starrail like opening cast. I felt like it was definitely better than Genshin, like for sure.
Yep.
And I like
That's
the
fine.
playable characters.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
no. Hoyimiko, all of them. Like March is so cute. Like I
Sure.
loved all of them.
Sure. Feet. Who do you like? For females.
And is it wait? So is it like gameplay or just design?
Playable characters aesthetics. For
Probably
visuals.
starrail.
I'm also starrail. All right, cool. Males. Fob. Best males.
1.0?
Yep, 1.0.
Probably HSR.
That's insane. Pokey.
What?
Who did you pick? Best males on release.
Still Wuthering. I think TN's really good.
Okay, Mujin, get him.
Was Jingwan part of 1.0?
No.
Okay, then it's Wuthering Waves.
Okay, thanks.
Wait, he was.
Dude, let's
Wait,
be
he
real.
was.
He
No.
was.
Digimon was
It
at
was
1.0. Digimon was at
Silla
1.0.
into
Second
Jin.
half.
The only
Second
game that
half.
actually has real men in it. All right, Wuthering Waves.
If that's the case,
Let's
yeah,
be
okay.
real.
if that's the-
Nah,
Let's be
listen.
real.
Whoa. That's not the only game. Fucking all these Asian gacha games have little fucking soy boy noodle arm motherfuckers. All right.
True. If Jingwan was 1.0, I'll go.
Let me know when any of these gacha
Digimon
games
was
have
1.0.
actually
You're
jacked
right.
men. All right.
He's part 2. Yeah,
There's
I'll go
two
with it.
units in.
Okay,
there's
And
two
wait,
general
Star has
Yeah.
Sampo, and Sampo is more jacked than every fucking male character in Wuthering Waves, Genshin,
True.
all included.
Cap. Yo,
What?
Pink,
Sampo
go.
can bench
Pink, go.
you fucking with a pinky, bro.
Pink, go.
I want to go backwards. I think Honkai Star for girls, Wuwa for males.
Okay. All right, Shinya, go.
Wuthering Waves. Alto is amazing.
All right, Stefan, go.
Okay, I'm going Wuthering Waves for if it's men.
Good.
Yeah.
Good choice. The correct choice. I'm also Honkai Star Rail for females, Wuthering Waves for men. Feet.
What?
I thought the question is best.
I was gonna say-
Guys,
Yo, Jin
males.
got
I'll go
crazy
with
toes.
what?
Best males feet.
Best
I'll
male
go Wuthering
Best
Waves.
male
because of
male
Sephiroth.
Best male speed.
I'll go
HSR,
Wuthering
obviously.
Waves because of Sephiroth.
Okay. Good pick. All right. Well, then that pretty much just about does for any of my questions. Does anybody else want to talk about anything?
For best
Or-
feet, I go Genshin because of Ayaka and her socks.
Okay. Well, those
Disgusting.
are
that's Star Rail.
No, it's
Nah,
yeah, Nico.
I feel like for female characters, y'all sleeping on Mona Kaching. That shit went crazy.
I remember when you
Bro,
first started
Mona-
streaming.
Mona- I understand.
Mona makes sense. Mona makes sense.
I understand it, but Kaching,
Kaching
I don't
still
see
to this
it.
day has the one character with the auto change specifically to show her ass.
Yeah,
And she-
Bro,
I
it's kind of
I remember
flat.
because you
It's
would
kinda
take-
There's not
flat.
much
It's
there to
kind of
show.
flat.
Twin tails, stockings, ass showing, like everything about the character.
Am
I'll
am I
convert
just
you to a
crazy?
rover worshiper.
Am I? just
I like
crazy,
Rover.
or-
I like female Rover, but she doesn't have stockings.
all the character models. Most of the character models. Let me don't say all of them because I don't know all of them off the top of my head. And the Genshin kind of look like kids. Is it just me?
I mean, that's
yeah.
a
I
lot
think
of
that's
gacha
you,
games
man.
are like that.
I think you
Yeah.
just don't understand artistic direction.
Sure.
I
I mean,
I
to
think
me-
you don't have
to me,
artistic direction. I think you have autistic direction. Unfortunately.
I do. I'm
Acoustic
very
direction.
acoustic. I'm very acoustic.
Yeah.
I think though, like to credit Hoyoverse, like they definitely, I don't know that much about other gachas, but for the most part, I think Hoyoverse was kind of like one of the first pioneers to really push this actual adult male aesthetic, like
I
Zhongli,
agree.
Jingwan, like, and it's really cool because I think a lot of gachas were scared of doing that, but I really do appreciate like good-looking and well-written male characters, like Jingwan. Unfortunately, does
This is
no
just-
damage, but I love him as a character. That's why I pulled for him to begin with.
Nah,
Gian is cool.
FGO's got hot males. Arknights has like characters like Silver Ash. Fucking
Yeah, but here's the
well,
thing: like, it's so easy to make a 2D PNG. It's so hard to make a well-looking 3D model.
You're right.
Right.
They did it on release. Diluc looks like a fucking idiot.
Dude does look like a
No.
fucking
He
idiot.
does.
Yeah, so like, what's your
Fucking
point?
hate
It took
No,
them a
what I'm
while.
saying
to
is that
figure
like,
out.
people say, "Oh, FGO's models are so good." Okay, yeah, they're 2D PNGs. Who cares?
Hey, but their design's still real good.
Fucking
Gilgamesh, hey, Gilgamesh is fucking hot as shit.
Sure.
That is
yeah.
true.
Absolutely. I mean, you said it is a lot harder to make a whole character model kit work than just say, "Here's a PNG." Then when you go in combat, they turn chibi.
Oh
Like,
wait,
let's not-
technically FGO has FGO Arcade, which is 3D models, so it's like they have it. They
Yeah,
just
I'm
don't
just
wanna
like
fucking-
the shit with Azure Lane pisses me off. How you pull a character, they're hot as fuck, and then you go in combat, they're like, "Oh, look
No,
at
no,
her
no. They're
chibi,
adding a
float
lobby
around."
system with like where you can fully interact with 3D models like Snowbird.
About fucking time.
Bro, Azure
Yeah.
Lane isn't about the game. It's about the fucking menu where you can slap their asses and have
Yeah,
your
the
hand marks
gameplay's
stay on
dog
their
shit.
ass.
So
That's
Oh my
true.
God, play the
you
game
can
of
do
that.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I
saying,
love
y'all-
about Gallagher, bro? I mean, just Gallagher. I'm so happy we have a fucking character with somewhat of a beard.
You get
What
his
the
13,
fuck is-
right?
There's no way you call that a beard, bro.
Okay, listen. I said somewhat of a beard because we have
It
never seen
sounds
like a
good.
full-fledged beard yet, but it's good progress.
Varka,
getting there.
guys. He'll have it, I swear.
the
Varka.
problem is that I would
Deadbeat
also
Varka.
like, like a lot of people on the internet, they want gay representation, they want lesbian representation. I would like bald representation. I would like fat representation in a fucking gacha game.
Nobody likes that in Asia, bro.
Yeah, and
Nobody
like
likes that in Asia.
Bald doesn't sell, it's gotta
well,
sell.
Okay, well, your mom disagrees, but I'm just saying, like, I just feel like
Tectone, your aesthetic would sell really well for like 12, like
NTR.
what, like 1,200, like you know, back in like the Yuan dynasty when they were worshiping like Buddha. Like your aesthetic
Oh
was
my
so
There's a
real.
market.
Buddha
There's a market.
Tectone,
There's a
that's
market.
fucking crazy.
A fucking Buddha statue of Tectone, bro. That's
Hey, back then, bald, fat
Someone
was like,
added
oh, that guy
someone make
eats
a-
well, like he's rich, like, you know, like that aesthetic was that. But now, you know, it's not about that.
So your solution is to get him a time machine. That's it.
My thing is, whenever I see somebody who looks like me in a video game, they're the anime. And it's like, it's so frustrating. It's like, oh,
Sonic.
bald equals evil. And that's what happens on
Like that
Twitter. They
media.
keep bald guys like, oh, he must be a bad guy.
You Lex Luthor looking ass.
Yeah.
Whoa,
you play
Lex
the villain-
Luthor's badass.
And you play the
though.
villain in real life. It's self-fulfilling.
Very true. Very true. All right. Well, I think that just about does it for today's cast. Anything else you want to talk about? We all good to go.
Oh, man, it was a fun time, guys.
Bro, I've been holding this piss for
That
like
was
an
fun.
hour.
You did not have to. You did not have to. Yeah. Fob, Pokey, Moojin, Pink, Shinya, Stefan, Feet. Thank you so much for being here. It was a fucking blast.
Don't forget to give them the subs.
Jesus Christ. All right, fine. I hope you all had fun. Thanks for being here. And if you
Yeah, it
all
was a
want to do
blast,
that
man.
Gachacast again, hit me up.
Thank you, guys.
Maybe give me 3
Bye.
hours of time. And I will see y'all motherfuckers later.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
see you, man.
Bye.
Love you
Nice
guys.
talking with you guys. See ya.
All right, chat. We're done. And it's currently 7 a.m. All right. I'm going to wrap it up. I'll drop you guys off at Tectone's. You guys can see what he's up to. All right, what he's farming or whatever kind of stuff. I'm going to go to bed. Tomorrow, I have no fucking idea what time I'm going to wake up tomorrow. But holy fucking shit, that was a long-ass fucking episode. Yeah, goddamn. All right, let me put on my background music. I am like dead. Okay, chat, I just want to say, before I move on, I still stand by this, by the way. I sincerely believe Tectone does not hate Genshin. Because if you truly hated a game, you wouldn't play it, you wouldn't talk about it, you will move on. I feel like he's dead as a tsundere. He pretends he hates Genshin, but deep down he just wish, oh my god, can you just wake up your idea? It's like he's actually a fucking tsundere. I have never heard of Genshin as much from any other content creator other than Tectone. I know so much more from Genshin, from Tectone, than everyone else combined. Because he talks about Genshin so fucking much. So like, you know, I just my opinion. Dude, I did this, went into this podcast thinking it was gonna be a Wuthering Waves podcast. Bro, half the time is just talking about Genshin. And like he's always the one asking the questions. So it's like, you know, I'm just saying, man is a tsundere. Tectone actually loves Genshin. So hey, if any of you guys are Genshin enjoyers, you know, maybe you guys should give Tectone a chance. I feel like he actually loves the game deep down, you know? So like same as you and League. Fuck League. Alright, chat. Let me pull up the good old outro song. I don't think we have an outro song for like a long ass fucking time. Alright, chat. Twitch Frogs, I'm dropping you guys at Tectones. YouTube Frogs, thanks for coming today. We stream for like this is like a subathon stream. This is pretty much like a subathon. Boot Hill is in 2 hours. Guys, I'm not waking up. I'm not waking up, right? I'll see you guys when I wake up. Thank you so much for coming today. Follow this stream, follow YouTube, join the Discord, and I'll see you guys next time.